Welcome, all you beautiful souls, to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of June 19th through June 26th. This week we have a big, of course, occurrence here with the summer and winter solstice coming on June 21st, so happy solstice to everyone. Of course, we have summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice starting in the southern hemisphere. It also means we're triggering the beginning of Cancer sign season, so happy birthday to all you Cancer sign sun babies. And both for the solstice, for the solstice, I actually have put out separate individual readings for each zodiac sign, which I will have listed at the end of the video in the playlist, and I'll also throw it down in the description box below. We also, of course, because Cancer season is starting with the all the Cancer signs for the sun sign, I also put out a special pick a card reading for that, which will also be linked in a playlist at the end of this video and also in the description box below. So wonderful energies coming in, a lot of transformation with the Cancer sign being ruled by the moon. There is a lot of this mother type of feeling, this nurturing energy that's coming in. And the summer winter solstice is quite a bit around growth and like endings as well. Because, we moved from spring into summer, things started to grow in spring. Summer is all about the growth period where we have a large amount of growth. In the southern hemisphere, of course, with the winter solstice, we just moved from harvest, fall, autumn season into hibernation, into those things that, winter time represent as well. So for this reading, we're going to be looking at that mother energy. We all have, mother energy, mother personalities that are in our life, or just motherhood in general, regardless of how we identify. We all have that mother, nurturing, divine, feminine energy within us, regardless of what gender or how we identify, right? So we're going to be asking for this reading around motherhood. What about our relationships with that mother energy and motherhood? Are we ready, or can we transform? Can we grow through? And what can we possibly put to rest? So I do have, of course, a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and I'm jumping into yours right now. All right, Scorpios, this is your weekly energy update. We're going to start off with these Into the Lonely Woods deck, and any of the cards I use in a reading I do list in the description box below. I'll give these a good shuffle, and we'll see what Creator and Spirit would like you to know about the mother energy, mother personalities, or motherhood. One more time. Right, so for our Scorpios, what would you like them to know? Okay, they do want this one right here. And you have the littlest blessing. Aw, beautiful little card there. Whoops, and you do have it's card number 18. Kind of feel like this energy around just realizing that no matter what the motherly type of energy that you had growing up, and that you experienced all the way up until now, or even into the future, that you are a little blessing, regardless of what impression you got on what other motherly type of figures were communicating, is the word they want to use. And it says, there is a little good fortune right at your fingertips. It is sweet and small, but it is this blessing that will see your energy open up to receive even more of the same. Destiny wishes you to be content, to feel loved, and to see the wonder in every small thing this day. Look around you, for right there in the smallest of places are the blessings you have been yearning for, yet missing. Open your new eyes to the world, and what once went unseen and unappreciated can be truly known for the very first time. Look with the eyes of wonder at the little miracles of the world. When you do that, the gates to all good things swing open for you. And that is beautiful. I really feel the little energy, in fact, it's almost like I think there's a little ladybug right there. So for some of you, a ladybug means something, but the flower is what was jumping out to me too, about you love me not, you love me not. And the little things, the little blessings that you see are really all these mirrors that are reflecting back to you what you wanted to see about yourself in your life until you saw it. So it starts off with, of course, in our childhood, we're being shown all these emotional pictures, mental pictures, physical pictures of ourselves throughout our ages as we grow up. And we take on all those impressions that we think we're seeing in the mirror, and we make them our beliefs about ourselves. This 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. The 9 is all about the Hermit card in the major arcana for me. It's about looking inward and finding the wisdom of the journey that you've been on. And so this is a time to reflect on all of those love me nots that you had, because they actually were this invitation for you to see how the love me is what really they were. They were all mirrors pointing back. And even though it didn't feel very good when those things happened, it was for you to realize the true love that you find within you. We're also going to find here with these Ancestral Path Tarot what else the Creator and Spirit would like you to know. So we will dive in deeper here, get more messages. All right, so for our Scorpios, what else would you like them to know about this mother energy? Okay, and this one too. So these two go here, and this one goes here. We'll start with this one over here. Yep. And you have the 7 of Staves, the 7 of Wands. And there is this, Wands are about your energy, your drive, your passion. But overall, I'm feeling like this is all about the energies, because the 7 is about this awareness of feeling the need to defend yourself. And there is this, usually they'll show someone like on a hill has their staff, and they're fighting off the other 6 staffs that are coming uphill at them. And there is this, and they were just telling me, I'm sorry, I was like, got sidetracked. They're telling me the number 6 represents like parental. A lot of times it also represents mother. And so it almost feels like you felt you had to protect yourself against motherly attacks a lot of your life. And that's one of the things that you're looking at, because now you can see this beautiful energy that's flowing from this, place here, this temple that they're at. And so you are realizing the energy that you had invested before into things that did not bring you a whole lot of like love is basically what they're coming down here. Is like all this energy that you invested trying to defend yourself, to show that you're lovable to a mother figure, that it's like, no, that mother energy, even motherhood, defending that you're a good mother. There's all this defensiveness about your lovability that's coming in with this energy. And even though it feels very dark, you can see how this looks like a rainbow. It is showing you it happened on purpose, for a purpose, to rattle your cage. Because if you didn't have these challenges, you would have kind of left your worthiness unchecked in your life. But these things happened to bring it into your face so that you can free yourself from this shackles, free yourself from all these restrictions of who you thought you were supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be, that are, it's going to free you. So instead of plucking away and saying, you love me not, it's like, I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me, I love me. In fact, you don't even have to pull off the petals on the flower. You can leave it planted and smell the beauty of it existing, because you through this process, you're really sparking this awareness that you don't even have to prove your love and your worth or defend your love or your worth to anyone, because it is powerful in itself. So, wow, I love that. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Sacred Circles. Tens are endings and new beginnings. It is about an abundance as well, this feeling of wholeness and this completeness. So you do get a sense of your own self-worth, so full as the moon, and you are ready for this new ending and new beginning in your worth and your external world too. You're ready to let go of all those things that you used to define yourself by, and to feel this wholeness and this completeness in your experience with the outside world. Because the Pentacles, the Sacred Circles, are about the physical world, how you relate to it. And whereas before you were striving so hard to be accepted in the outside world and doing so many things, jumping through so many hoops, this is about you find this wholeness and this completeness, and you end the old way of evaluating yourself and allow a new one to come in. Yep, and then here you have the 4 of Staves, or the 4 of Wands. 4s are a very stable number. I mean, think of the 4 pillars here, but think of 4 big legs on a table, right? It's a very solid, strong foundation. And so this does communicate your energy level stabilizing instead of being fluctuating and defensive and up and down. It's free flowing, and it's a very solid, strong foundation of your energies. So you do have this balancing feel that does come in with all of these as well. We won't stop there. We'll dig in more with these everyday tarot and just kind of see what clarification we want to know about these different areas. Kind of want to start off and ask about this flower. What else do you want us to know about this love me not flower? Okay, I do just want 2 for this. So you have the Emperor here, another 4, so a strong, solid foundation. There is this message that comes with the Emperor as well, that there's 2 sides to an Emperor. And which makes sense with what we were talking about with the love me not. You can have a loving emperor who cares for his kingdom, gives of himself, gives of the royal treasuries, because his goal is to have his kingdom and everyone in it be successful and feel loved and accomplished, because he knows when he does that, the kingdom just expands and they can change the world in a positive way, spreading love throughout the world, right? And so he's a very loved emperor. But within every human, is a small child, a small human child inside of us, that when it feels unsafe or it feels out of control, it freaks out, it sounds the alarm, it goes into fight or flight mode to try to get back feeling safe, trying to get back to feeling in control. And so the things that it does, it really does literally out of its mind, because when a human goes into fight or flight, blood rushes from our brain to our arms to fight or our legs to run. That's the fight or flight. And so it makes decisions reactionary, almost animalistic, to try to get to feel safe and in control again. So it's not emotionally mature or thinking about other people, it becomes very selfish, where that a loving emperor can transform into a dictator or a tyrant, only looking out for itself. That's that love me not feel, right? When we're feeling unloved from someone, chances are we are in fear, we're in fight or flight, we're not seeing things clearly. Chances are if they're acting in a way that's not of unconditional love, that they are also in fear. And so we get to see the clarity that comes into that love me not situation and scenario because of that. Yeah. Then you have the Death card. So this is the endings and the new beginnings, the new way of looking at things that comes in here. You no longer have to see those things. There is this message to hear that some of this love me not has to do with, motherly figures that have gone to the other side, whether it even was a grandmother, an aunt, or just anyone else, if it's in addition to your mother, or someone that mothered you, even if it was a single father that raised you, that acted like both mother and father. It's that mother energy that they are always around you. They're not that character anymore that they were playing. They're the actor behind that character. Sometimes if you see a movie with a villain like Cersei and, Game of Thrones. Oh my gosh, I kept on thinking Lord of the Rings, but Game of Thrones. Cersei was the queen. Oh my God, she was so evil, right? There's these villains that play such great characters in movies, and then you see interviews with them, and they're hilarious, and they're so warm, and they're so gentle, and totally not the character they play, because the actor behind the character, in our case, our human character, the actor behind us is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love, our soul, our higher self. And you don't have to interact and communicate with that evil villainous character. If you want to have a relationship with that actor behind the character, you can do that. And if you have anything that you need to work out with the feelings, they're always around you in a very loving, supporting way now. They'll never leave your side until you join them on the other side. So if you have anything you want to say to them, anything you want to speak to them, they are there. So if you want to hear from them, however, we do need to move from our noisy, chaotic place of fear, because it's very noisy. We can't hear the whispers of love from the spiritual realm. But if we get into a quiet place, intentionally raise our vibration to that of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, that's the frequency at which spirit speaks, then you can hear more clearly from them if you would wish. Also want to know about this defensiveness here. What else would you like all our Scorpios to know about this defensiveness? Okay, that one there. Anything else? Whoa, okay. I suppose so. All right. So we'll start off with here with the Five of Wands. And this is this movement again with this place from fear to love, because the Five of Wands starts off looking like conflict, right? So you have all these five people that are battling one another, and it starts off in a very fearful place because they're like, oh my God, are they trying to kill one another? What's going on here? And they're just battling and battling and battling. And eventually they get down to where just one person is barely standing. The other four are collapsed, exhausted, laying on the ground. And you're like, what's going to happen next? Is he going to kill them all now? Or what's happening? And they all start laughing. And then you're like, what is going on here? And they help each other up and they put their staves away. All buddy walk back down a pathway to the Zen monastery meal hall to have a meal together. And suddenly you realize these were not people that were trying to hurt one another out of, with all that fear and that chaotic energy, but they were brothers and sisters in a Zen monastery that were wanting to help each other grow their skills. So out of love, they were having this practice, this training together. So this energy changes. The fives are about energy changing, but a change of energy with the wands. And so you move from this place of feeling like it was out of fear, and then you realize this was out of love. This was happening to me, to this is happening for me. So you have this transformation that comes in here. Then when I go to this one last, okay, so you have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is your emotions. This is the unconditional love of the Creator of all things. This is the chalice, the Holy Grail, and this is Spirit bringing in, filling you up with the unconditional love from the other side instead. So, the star card here too represents hope, and you've even have like, these are the water bearers. It's like the Aquarian card. They bring the water and it fills up the land, which is your mind and your physical world, and it flows out here into the water, which is your spirit and your emotions. And so this is about this awareness that's coming in, showing you that everything was about love, 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 love. And then you have the King of Wands. Wands is, like we talked about here, is your energy. It can be your spiritual energy too. And for me, for this reading, this represents the highest spiritual energy you can experience, which is connecting to your higher self, which is coming to this awareness of who you really are. You see the little fire in his hand here too. You're realizing the spiritual energy that you are, this powerful individual that you have. And we talk about finding this love from within. This is definitely a message of everything was happening, pointing you back to you so that you could find this power within yourself. Yeah, because here you have the Justice card here. Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, and it also allows you to slice away the small t truths of fear, those love me nots, to allow you to see things. You can see the balancing here too. It brings in this awareness and this balance, this, it's a dark one and a light one. It shows how when we come here to the earth, all those small t truths of the love me nots are so easy to believe in this realm that we're having this human existence in, right? It's like when some people tell you, when someone says they love you or they say love you, I don't love you, which is more easier to believe. It's like usually the human in the beginning, it's like it's so much easier to believe that I'm not loved, and that's because that experience that we have, we're out of balance in that. But when you start having the love me not, at least that comes into a balancing place. But we can have periods of time where we're in the love me, love me, love me, love me, I love me, I love me, I love me as well. So there's this balancing that's coming in, this defensiveness that we had before about trying to prove our love and our worthiness comes down to this unconditional, because the love of the physical world is conditional. It has a long list of things you have to do to be acceptable and lovable, not rejectable. But the love from above is unconditional, no conditions, not one. So it is this very freeing love that comes in. There's nothing attached to it. You just deserve it because of who you are, not because of anything that you can do. Thus, nothing you can do to lose it either. So there is this transformation that comes in with that. I also kind of want to find out about this 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Sacred Circles. What do you want them to know about this wholeness, this worthiness? How does this come in for them? Yeah, Page of Swords. So Page of Swords. Swords is about new communication coming in, but it's also about new thought, new belief. You have the Ace of Swords up here, like we talked about with this Justice card. So you do cutting away those old ways of thinking and connecting to those capital T truths, which makes total sense. Yep, the Knight of Cups. So you can see here the Knight of Cups. He's questing for this Holy Grail. I mean, out of all the knights are on a quest, but he really is in the quest for the Holy Grail, the chalice, this Ace of Cups. So in search of this unconditional love from up above, the quest is what brings you this wholeness and the completeness, because you do find it from within. So that wholeness and that completeness, the way you're defining yourself by the outside world, that's what fulfills it, what makes you feel this whole, yeah. And another quest, so you are very inquisitive, which makes sense. Scorpios are so in search of higher truths and transforming yourselves continually. You're the masters of transformation of the zodiac. So you have the Ace of Swords. That's what the Knight of Swords is in quest for, which you have the Ace of Swords in 3 places now. So you definitely are seeking higher capital T truths, tired of feeling that love me not feeling. And this whole week with this energy that's coming in is sparking this transformation, is sparking this internal search for your wholeness and your completeness instead. We're also going to pull at least one card from the Divine Directions deck here. See what other messages Creator and Spirit have for all you Scorpios. I did watch that one. And then also from the Sweet Dreams deck here. So what else for our Scorpios? Those two. All right. Easy breezy. So we have this one here. We've got focus. That says you're in need of a clear direction. Decide what you want in your life. So yeah, definitely with all these swords, you are definitely becoming this mental focus, understanding what it is you truly want out of your life, right? And what you don't want in your life. Yep, and here you go, that Ten of Pentacles again. Abundance. Great news is heading your way. Abundance is coming to you in many forms. So definitely, as you change your approach to what success and abundance really means and where you're searching for it, you do have this flood that comes in that's represented with that Ten of Pentacles as well. Then you have trust. I believe that whatever is happening to me right now is part of the greater plan. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that here, about knowing that everything is unfolding for you and not happening to you, right? That love me not is happening to me. Love me is happening for me. And so you do have this understanding that all of these mirrors, everything that's been coming at you in your life has been for you to understand how lovable you really are by having it challenged from the outside world. I'm reading this great book called The Presence Process. It's not presence like gifts, but presence like being here. Presence by Michael Brown. And there's a wonderful thing that when you're ready to start dealing with some emotions, our mind can only handle so much. And so when we are ready to start looking at some emotions, they start appearing out here in mirrors of other people, in interactions and things, and so we start to get triggered and start seeing things. And I kind of feel like that's what was happening here too. And your last card is your destiny. And it says, my dreams show me that I am the co-creator of my life and my destiny. And I love these two together. You know, when you contrast that we're not on an out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and explode somewhere, but that your life has been destined in so many ways. Your higher self chose you as its avatar to come here and experience life through. It has all these fated events of destiny that come your way, but you still have this power to choose within each of those events what it means and what you want to feel through it. But you can trust that anything that comes your way is happening for you. It's not a punishment. It's not happening to you. But you come here to experience all sorts of lovely things. And as you're going through it, you can start to look at it as like, why would I want to experience this? How does it point me back to myself? What do I want to see? And then you have this amazing awarenesses that come with all that. So I love this for you, Scorpios. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign. And as I mentioned earlier, I've got the solstice readings out, the Cancer season videos out, and also a variety of others throughout the month. So I will put playlists here for a lot of those at the end of the video if you want to check any of those out. But if you want to be notified when any of these new videos come out, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. And also doing those things helps spread the love, and also helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, you share video, comment on a video, or subscribe to the channel, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of this channel with other people. So if you feel inspired to do any of those free things, I am, of course, very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all of that information is listed in the description box below. Alrighty, you Scorpios, mighty, mighty Scorpios, as you go throughout this week, please know every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'll be talking with you soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.